This is Venice, and we see the spectacular St. Mark's Campanile, the Doge's Palace, and the Piazza San Marco from here, and the St. Mark. And this is Santa Maria della Salute, and this is where Grand Canal is meeting the Giudecca Canal. And if you go back just at the top of the Campanile from there, the bells were ringing. And this is looking at right here, it's spectacular. This is the San Giorgio Maggiore Church, and that's the Giudecca Island and the Redentore Church. So this is Venice. Yeah, I'm on. This is Venice, and I'm at the center of Venice, the top of the Rialto Bridge, and there we see really the beautiful Venice. Venice is just like, instead of roads there is water, and so the boats and water are the lifeline of Venice. So it's called the city on water, or most beautiful city, romantic city, La Serenissima, and so on. And if you really look at the buildings on the sides of the water, right, these are the rich people, they used to live, and then many of them are converted to hotels, offices, universities. Everything is on water actually in Venice. From birth to death, everything is on water. Basically, you die and your body will be towed on a water boat. So if you see the facade of the buildings, right, they are like, very distinct, and facades where there is a water corner, it's called Ca. It's the name of the building starts with Ca, Odoro, or something like that. And then the real beauty is in these facades actually. The different facades of buildings, and they are built on the timber pile foundations, and then on top of that they have withstood for thousands, more than 1,000 years. So these what we are seeing is not a year or two or a few decades, but these are a part of history that are hundreds or thousands of years old. So this is like this is Venice.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah, this is Venice, and we see the Rialto Bridge. This is the this is kind of the five shops kind of opening. And then Rialto Bridge, the bridges in Venice are like this. This is a common Venice bridge, but this is we are on the Grand Canal. So in the Grand Canal there are only 4 bridges actually. Rialto is the oldest bridge, and the most significant bridge because this was the center of activity and so on. And Venice, as we know, this is really what is Venice, and the beautiful gondola actually. If you really see the kind of luxury gondolas should only be black because by the local municipal government rules regulation, this golden and this is called the ferro. Ferro is the iron counterweight, or iron, brass, or aluminum counterweight, that is counterbalancing. And if you see here, you see these are the 6 comb-like things, right? The comb. These are the 6 districts of Venice, and the one pointing towards is Giudecca, where of course where no one the hostel is staying there. This is the Doge's cap, and this is the Rialto Bridge. The semicircle thing is the Rialto Bridge. This is a counterweight, ferro counterweight, and this is the beautiful Venice that we all long to see. And most beautiful. This is Venice is the most beautiful place on earth, I would say. It's called La Serenissima in Italian, which means the most beautiful place on earth, or the most romantic place on earth. And Venice has this film festival, this regatta. There is all this stuff. So with about 127 islands separated by more than 438 bridges, Venice is the most romantic and beautiful city. For me, I really say this is the most beautiful place on earth, because I saw actual Venice many years after I saw this. So this is the beautiful, really, the canal, the Grand Canal with the fronts of the various buildings, and it's really spectacular. I'm in Venice, and this is the most beautiful. I consider it the most wonderful world. We see the gondola, it's kind of the kind of a luxury one, and then you see these beautiful these houses with the facades and architecture. And this is a hotel in Antico Doge, so very expensive hotels. And obviously this is what a common typical Venice looks like. This is what is Venice exactly. With the gondolas going, and the canals, and the bridges. I'm on a bridge now. This kind if you see, and then you see this markings of Ferrovia is towards the railway station, and Piazza alla Roma is a bus station, and then where the motor stops. And then we see these campaniles, and the beautiful campaniles. These are like this is called a campo. Campo is a place which is a small kind of a ground which has water cisterns, and this is beautiful Venice. And many of more than 400 the canals in Venice. And Venice has as we know, about more than 125 islands, 127 or something islands. And then this is one of those very typical Venetian canal where you see these houses, and these these bricks houses, and then typically, and then gondolas are moving in there. Of course, they are standing in the parking and so on. So the city is itself is called as the most beautiful city, most romantic city, La Bellissima, La Serenissima, and so on. And this is very, very typical. This is Venice. Yeah, this is Venice. Nothing more than that. This is the Cafe Florian, one of the most popular cafes in Venice, and it has this culture setting, and these kind of nice chairs and tables, and these kind of cafe, and it's with a nice vibe. And Cafe Florian is one of the well known in Venice, and this has this arts and sculpture things like that's the kind of So this cafe is decorated cafe. It's a cafe and the kind of bakery items and some other items. So it's really nice. Cafe Florian is one of the most famous. So this is the
Igual, pero bueno.
Ah, qualcuno.
No, sí, aquí.
La gondola, sir, gondola right? With the sunset gondola?
No, I already had in the afternoon.
Importante che fosse pulito. This is the Opera Cave House, coffee house, and yeah, this is the La Fenice Opera House, and yeah, the surroundings. So it's really very spectacular. So coming to
Besides, why do you have a dress like that?
Party.
Oh my god.
Not dinner party.
Devo che cambiare Ale go nie mieliśmy właśnie zmówić. No? No. Tylko znów.
Ja tego po prostu w papierach widzę.
E olha, essa roupinha é tão gostosa.
Aqui na nossa lua de mel.
Não bota aqui, não. Mas eu acho
Negra geldi.
Kapıda tuttu. Sen ne para mı çıkardın?
اصلا نگاه نکرده.
Sai, come fare?